Congratulations, Gino, on becoming a crew member of the Arirang. Thank you, Captain. I was very excited but a little nervous. I fully understand how you feel. I hope that you have a great experience living in space. Okay, all aboard. It is launching days for the Space Shuttle Arirang. Gino and the other astronaut go into the cabin. The propellers will push hard on you when you lift off. Don't worry about it. It's normal. Okay, now for the countdown. 3, 2, 1, lift off. Wow, here we go. On the way into outer space, the shuttle realizes its 3 big fuel tanks into the Pacific Ocean. They will later retrieve it for we use the future shuttle flights. Gino, here we are. We can fasten our seatbelt. Wow, I'm floating. What fun. Ouch, I hit the ceiling. Be careful. Are you a good swimmer? Yes. Why? Walking in weightlessness is like swimming underwater. Back on Earth, we practice walking underwater. Captain, I was so nervous this morning that I skipped breakfast. Can I have a snack? Yes. What do you want? Do you have any cookies? I'd love couple cookies. We can bring most kinds of food onto the shuttle, but we don't bring crumbly food like cookies. Why? Imagine little crumbs floating around in the shuttle. It would be like being in a great storm all of the time. Then what can we eat? Sticky food are the best. Then can I have a hamburger or a pizza? Sure, which would you like? Could I have a pizza, please? A crew member bring Gino a pizza. Here you are. How can this be a pizza? It's as hard as rock. That's because it had all of the water removed. Before going into the space, most foods have to be dehydrated. Why? To make them weightless and take up less room. But it's too hard to chew, right? So before eating it, we add hot water to soften dehydrated food. We can add hot water for hot food, but there is no refrigerator on the shuttle, so there are no cold drinks. It tastes better than I expected. Meanwhile, the other crew members are repairing the satellite in orbit. Juno looks down at the Earth. Fantastic. I never realized how beautiful and blue the Earth is. It was even more beautiful and blue 20 or 30 years ago. Really? What happened? Pollution is ruining it. I guess if we are not careful, the Earth could lose more its blueness and beauty. Gino watched the crew member connect the module to the main structure to build an international space station. A few minutes later, he goes back to the cabin. Where can I take a shower? You can take one in outer space. You have to wash by hands. In weightlessness, water sticks to the body, so it's very easy to wash up. We use 2 sponges. One is used the soap up, and the other is used the rinse off. Here are 2 sponges for you. Thank you. Gino is tired. He yawns. I feel tired. Where can I sleep? In a sleeping bag. He's strapped to the bunk to it's a sleeping bag. Is strapped to bunk to keep you from floating in your sleep. I imagine it's kind of uncomfortable to sleep like that. You can sleep standing up, upside down, or even in the air if you like. That's funny. Okay, it's time to go to bed. We're going back to Earth tomorrow. Good night. Good night. The next morning, everyone is sitting in the position to return to the Earth. We are about to re-enter the atmosphere. It's awful hot in here. It's okay. When the shuttle moves through the air, there's great friction. The friction makes the temperature outside of the shuttle go up to the 1,200 degrees Celsius. But the shuttle is designed to withstand that temperature. Oh, I'm so hot. Juno, wake up. You're sleeping too close to the heater. Oh, wow, I dreamed it. Anyway, it was a fantastic space trip.
Okay, very nice. Did you get some new information from this story? Hmm? Are there some new information from this book?
Yes.
What are they? Hmm? Can you tell me some of those? You can say it in Korean. Hmm? You can say some of those in Korean. What are those? 어떤 거 알게 됐어?
우주선이 대기권으로 내려오면서 마찰이 일어나는.
그랬어. Okay. That's a good information. Okay, page 2. So what's the title?
Living in space.
Okay. Why is Juno excited but a little nervous?
Because he first does space trip.
Right. Then how would you feel if you were Juno? Hmm? How'd you feel?
I'm nervous and little. I'm very excited, but a little nervous too.
Right, you'll be excited. Okay, next page. Water push hard when they lift up.
The propellers will push hard on they when us lift off.
Why will the fuel tanks be retired later?
They will later be retrieved for reuse of future shuttle flights.
Okay, next page. What can Juno do in outer space?
Juno came floating.
Mm-hmm. What did Juno hit?
He hit the ceiling.
What is like swimming underwater?
Walking in weightlessness is like swimming on the water.
Okay, next page. Why did Juno skip breakfast?
He was so nervous this morning that he skipped breakfast.
So what does Juno want to eat?
He wanted cookies
Mm-hmm. Why don't they bring crumbly foods onto the space shuttle?
because it would be like being a great storm all the time.
Next page. Why is the pizza as hard as rock?
Because the pizza is dehydrated food.
Okay. Then why do foods have to be dehydrated before going into space?
To make them weightless and take up less room.
Mm-hmm. What do they add to soften dehydrated food?
So before eating it, they add hot water to soften dehydrated food.
Mm-hmm. Why are there no cold drinks?
Because no refrigerator on the shuttle.
Mm-hmm. What are the other crew members doing? Next page.
The other crew member repairing the satellite in orbit.
Okay, they are repairing a satellite.
Satellite.
And what did Juno not realize?
He never realized how beautiful and blue the earth is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next page. What did Juno watch two crew members do?
Juno watched two crew members connect the module to main structure to build the International Space Station.
Okay, what happens to water in weightlessness?
In the space, the water sticks to the body.
Uh-huh. And what are the two sponges used for?
One is used to soap up and the other is used to rinse off.
Why is Juno's sleeping bag strapped to a bunk?
Is strapped to bunk to keep he from floating in his sleep.
Mm-hmm. Where are they going tomorrow?
They are going back to the earth.
What is the shuttle re-entering?
The shuttle re-enter the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. What does the shuttle create when it moves through the air?
When the shuttle moves through the air, is great friction.
Mm-hmm. What temperature is it outside?
This friction makes the temperature outside the shuttle go up to 1,200 degrees Celsius.
Mm-hmm. What is Juno sleeping too close to?
He sleep too close to the heater.
Right.